So I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of Steve's family for welcoming me so openly now almost 13 years ago. Just saying.
This wedding follows something of a whirlwind romance. Our bride and groom have only known each other for 13 years.
Some thought this day would never come, mentioning no names. Although over the years there's been the odd hint from Mum, shall we say. Roger Moore had nothing on Mum's ever-raising inquisitive eyebrows, which knew no limits, nor did Jules's patience, to be fair.
And to be honest, when Julie told me about Steve's impulsive marriage proposal, I was a little concerned that the young lovebirds were rushing into it. But I also knew how a girl likes to be swept off her feet. But to anyone who wondered if today would ever arrive, I'm sure you'll all agree it's been well worth the wait.
I know what you're all thinking. He's rushed into this. They've only just met. It will never last. Well, I know our relationship has moved at breakneck speed, but trust me, Jules is the one for me. Of course, I first met Jules at Nottingham University way back in 2004 when the world was a much different place. I chose to go to Nottingham for two reasons. Firstly, you couldn't do American and Canadian studies at Oxford or Cambridge. And secondly, I read in The Guardian's 2003 university guide that Nottingham had a 5-to-1 gender ratio of girls to boys. Kerching! I decided therefore to take full advantage of this statistical quirk by meeting my future wife in week 1. Seeing as I like to dress head to toe in a Nike tracksuit, barely looked a day older than 12, and was lucky to measure 5'7" even in my Cuban heels, it's a good job Jules got in there first as the ladies were queuing up. I had a blast at university, but of course the highlight, not forgetting meeting a couple of lifelong friends, was definitely getting to know and fall in love with the wonderful, amazing and beautiful Julie Catherine Cook. For me, today isn't just about a big party. It's the start of our married life together and also a magical milestone on the journey that began 13 years ago. And every year that has passed, I feel like our love has grown stronger for each other and our relationship has got better and better and better. We've experienced lots of highs together and some lows, but through the good times and the bad, you've always stood by me, been there for me and supported me every step of the way. I missed you every single day whilst living in Canada during our 3rd year, but I think if we can get through that, we can get through anything. There are so many reasons I'm head over heels in love with you, but if I could mention just a few, it would be how kind you are, how generous you are with your time and your energy, how thoughtful you are, how you always put other people before you, sometimes you don't concentrate on yourself enough, and how you never waste a single moment in life. Every day, Jules works incredibly hard to improve the lives of some of the most vulnerable, neglected and marginalised people in our society. Needless to say, when we get home from work, Jules always wins the Who's Had the Hardest Day at Work competition.
I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help dimly seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, of the works of my everyday not a reproach but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means after all.